welcome to... UK sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics.
Guys, you think about the Boston Celtics, and obviously the offense is driven by the two J's, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So much of what Boston does starts with their wing play.
For three, Edwards. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Really nice decision-making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick-and-roll action.
Outside Turner. It's deflected. And stolen by Tatum. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, that's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Halliburton. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Doris with Tatum and Brown, if they aren't scoring, they're creating for others.
Yeah, both Jason and Jaylen took major steps as playmakers, understanding the value of their teammates as release points, as guys who can take some pressure off in terms of the scoring load. And listen, neither guy is finished improving.
Now, here is Halliburton. Out to Turner. Fires the three. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist.
And guys, getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Back to Halliburton. And stolen by Tatum. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Inside, here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Halliburton. A three-pointer off the mark. Celtics leading by 9.
And you got to appreciate how much Robert Williams just gets after it on defense.
You really do, because he wants to block every single shot that goes up. He hits the glass now with a level of aggression after being challenged by his coaching staff. And goodness, his teammates love his energy.
Brown, good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Outside, Walker. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere in distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league there. And he won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. Outside for Halliburton. Shot clock at 5. They shoot again. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Turner with the steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Halliburton. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
And that one falls for Turner.
Well, the athleticism that Miles Turner brings to the center spot is quite remarkable. This guy, an exceptional player on both sides of the floor.
Outside Tatum. And the shot is long.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Bounce pass from McConnell. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Celtics.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
Mike Conley, probably one of the most respected players in the league, and I don't see this guy stopping anytime soon. He brings great effort every single night, plays with a team-minded selflessness, is a big shot maker. This guy has had such a solid, probably underrated career.
Endorse these Pacers the first full season after the big trade that came last year.
Kevin, I think they felt like they had to do something to shake things up. A big drop-off in production over the last 2 years. That was after an extended run of playoff appearances. So what you hope is a guy as young as Tyrese Halliburton, with the skill set he has, can have an immediate impact and start to raise your trajectory.
And so it's Boston with it. Outside, White. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Pass to Cornette. Over in the corner, White. Good on the bucket.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
To the inside. Here's Mathurin.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Horford with it. Toppin covering. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Shoots from the right block. It's tipped. And he recovers it. The Pacers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Jackson hits both of them. Endorse this Celtics team. Very young. How are they doing it?
In consecutive drafts, they drafted 2 talented and elite two-way players. That's Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And so, yes, both guys are young, as is the entire core. But the fact is they've matured together, they've had deep playoff runs, and they remain dangerous.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Tyrese Halliburton. What's the news, David?
Well, guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Pacers. He said he turned his ankle, and it is definitely starting to swell up. You don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes both free throws.
And the Pacers finished 25 and 57 last season, their worst record since the mid-'80s. Indiana deciding to go young, and with that comes growing pain.
Here's Conley. Pass to Horford. A second chance effort. And the dunk by Horford.
Well, that basket to me is all about energy. Al Horford bringing it every night.
Here's the lob to the hoop. And Toppin throws it down.
The chemistry Toppin has with his teammates. Just get up over the rim and finish it with authority, Obi.
And last season, a tough one, Indiana, with their lowest winning percentage, Greg, in over 30 years.
Yeah, but I loved how they approached the end of the season. Bringing in Tyrese Halliburton, playing a lot of the younger players, planning for the future.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Neesmith with the slam.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Pass to Cornette. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
Boy, the explosiveness of Obi Toppin can really shock the defense. This guy gets excellent airspace.
For 3, Brogdon. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Substitution on the court.
23 seconds left in the first half. Here's Nembhard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Dunn. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A finish. And done with the slam.
Well, that's the defensive impact of Anthony Edwards, making the steal and setting up easy offense.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
The tray. The Pacers pull it in. Pass to Halliburton. And the 3 ball is good. Halliburton's got his second basket of the night.
Well, it's been early in his career, but Tyrese Halliburton has proven to be extremely dangerous from range.
Tatum bats for 2. And he drops that one in. And the Celtics lead by 7.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
And here's Walker. Turner for three. Rebound by Williams.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Kept alive. Six to shoot. Here's Edwards. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Down low. Stolen by Walker. And here comes the break. And it's Halliburton missing.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Tatum. He's got 10. Picked by Williams. From the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's a 12-point Boston lead.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And stolen by Dunn. And there's the lay-in. Dunn's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And Greg, up and down this Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
And Greg, you watch Mathurin. He is built to score at this NBA level.
An excellent spot-up shooter. He plays above the rim. And once he gets more comfortable scoring off the bounce, watch out. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Tatum a screen. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. That one doesn't drop. Pacers trailed by 13. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Toppin. And stolen by Tatum. For three, Edwards buries the long-range jumper. Edwards got 10 points.
Well, that's his second three of the game. One in the first half, one here.
Here's Mathurin. And here is Brown. Lets the three fly. Rebound by Williams. Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-4 run. Pass to Edwards. Tatum a screen. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
They'll lead with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And stolen by Dunn. Now Edwards. The kick out to Tatum. Tatum on the wing. Second shot opportunity. He doesn't hit that one. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Pass to Toppin. Williams with the block. And they'll get another chance. And it's Mathurin missing. Celtics leading by 19. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for Indiana. Now Toppin. And stolen by Tatum. And here's Edwards from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. 16 points for him.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Conley. Are you looking at the MVP race last season between 3 incredible big men? with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete. That argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
Back to McConnell. He lobs it up, and it goes out of bounds. That one off McConnell.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Boston leading by 20. Brogdon outside. Over Neesmith. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
To the middle. Here's Jackson. The second effort. And the layup is good. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
From about 19 feet. And it's Horford with the extra effort. And the Celtics lead by 20.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Over to the wing. Here's Nembhard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Nembhard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Picked by Horford. Here's White. He takes it in. And the layup's good off the glass.
Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
And finished off by Brown.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
And look at how aggressive they were defensively, forcing mistakes and turning those mistakes into points.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Here's Nembhard. Here's Neesmith. Drops in the tray.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
And here's Conley outside. Walker with the rebound. Pacers trailed by 15. It's Brown on the wing. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Here are the Celtics with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Cornette. And here is Horford. Guarded by Walker. Moves back up. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And, boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
Boston leading by 18. Conley with it. Out guarded by Hield. Here's Cornette. Out to Conley. Pass to Brogdon. Horford trying to free himself up. A new 14 for Boston. From past the arc. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim, and he helped define their interior defense. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Outside, White. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Indiana. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Nembhard. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
At the line for your Celtics.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is